Us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Brooklyn. These guys have been getting it done pretty much everywhere in the midst of a good stretch here. Back home again could propel them to another win.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
Yeah, some of the fellas will say, this is just like any other game, but the truth is, nah, it isn't.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Irving. Roy Hibbert is out there with Horford, and it's Green, and it's Tatum in the three. Boston on D. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And, of course, with young talent development, so critical for this Nets organization. Having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
Irving kicks to Tatum. The feed to Hibbert. The Celtics working the ball around now. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Mozgov, a screen on Irving. A drive by Russell. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
They set the screen. Here's Horford. And no good, trying to use the glass. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Raptors. Right side, Butler. 17-foot shot on the way. Here's Mwaba. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now, here is Irving. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Tatum's shot is off. The Nets with the lead. Right side, Russell. Over Irving. Rebound, Boston. Hibbert's got his third rebound on the night. For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Green with the ball. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shot clock at 5. From 12 feet out. And the shot goes in.
How about Horford there showing the jump shot? More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
Mwaba kicks to Russell. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Russell's got 5 points so far.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on him.
Outside, Green. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
Butler is green on Green. Picked by Mozgov. Pass to Russell. And Hibbert with the block. They recover it. Butler on the way. Headed by Green. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player. And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke, right? I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
The Celtics have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Irving kicks to Tatum. Feeds it to Horford. Hibbert with the screen for Horford. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Tatum setting the pick for Horford. Rob. Here's AC, and the dunk by AC.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Tatum. Hibbert dishes to Horford. Back to Hibbert. Mozgov with the block.
And the size and length of Mozgov, a big factor. Hard to convert when he's there.
Tatum passes to Horford. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Horford's got 5 points so far.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the player's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said. But it's all out of love. It's all out of fun. And I don't remember, very honestly, anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that you just let it go after the game.
Well, that's good. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Three-pointer, Hayward. The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. Gordon against Butler. And he gets the bucket. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
And Butler is a force when he's driving to the basket. Guy loves gutting the defense, and you just cannot afford to lose him.
Now here's Hayward. In the game against Toronto. Very impressive. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Bielitsa comes in for Quincy Acey. LeVert's checked in for David Nwaba. And it's Teague in for Russell. There's a screen by Robinson. For three, Hayward. Again, the miss by Hayward. Here's LeVert, defended by Gordon. Hayward against Teague. He kicks to Allen. From past the arc. And the Nets, another three.
If you give Teague enough room out there beyond the arc, he won't hesitate to make you pay.
There's a screen by Robinson. Three-pointer, Hayward. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
I like this. It feels like it's getting a little personal out there. It could make it all the more interesting going down the stretch. He hasn't been very precise at all.
Here is Hayward. It's Monroe, high post. Outside Gordon. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Robinson. Brooklyn with the rebound.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Here's Teague, and he converts the layup. Teague's got 5 points so far.
And there you see the speed of Teague. Always keeps defenders backpedaling.
Now here's Smart. Teague covering. Hayward outside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
It's Bielitsa, rebounded by Greg Monroe. Now here's Smart, looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Robinson. Smart puts the pick in for Robinson. The pass to Smart. Fires from deep. Carroll with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. They set the pick. Down low. Stolen by Monroe. Gordon kicks to Hayward. To the middle. Off the screen. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
Boston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. There's a screen by Robinson. Monroe sets a screen for Hayward. Smart dishes to Monroe. Just 5 on the clock. Over Allen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you look back to that Big 3 era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Okafor is checked in for Bielitsa. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Allen, a screen on Hayward. Here's Dinwiddie. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
And he knocks down the first one.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
All free throws good from Eric Gordon. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's the dish to Okafor. And the call will go against Thomas Robinson. That's his first foul. There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Kicks to Okafor. Stolen by Robinson.
Wow, he was one step ahead of the defense there. Brilliant work coming up with the takeaway.
And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up to this point. And so it's Boston with it. 3-point lead. On the floor for Boston. Irving is out there with Green. Then there's Horford. Then it's Tatum. And it's Hibbert in the center position. And for the Nets, they're shooting for the game at 42%. Okafor with the screen on Green. Carroll kicks to Okafor. And stolen by Horford. Lobbed up there for Green. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Chris, you played for a number of coaches in your storied career. What's the one thing that the average NBA fan doesn't give coaches enough credit for, would you say?
Wow. I would say they don't give coaches enough credit for understanding players, and not just how players play, but understanding players' moods, understanding the idiosyncrasies of a guy's just being. And just the fact they're totally immersed in basketball. So the fact that you may have a guy that knows offense, coach knows offense, he knows defense, he knows styles of plays, he knows more than the offense that he's just bringing to the table. So I would just say I think the overall knowledge and years put into being a coach is probably the most underestimated attribute by fans.
That's great. Nets trail by 3. Pick by Okafor. Teague kicks to Dinwiddie. Okafor with a screen on Green. Back to Teague. Clock at 6. Over Irving. Teague can't hit. Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Teague's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
Tatum kicks to Hibbert. Green, the screen. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Green. Carroll passes to Okafor. Carroll kicks to Teague. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
So for the Nets, Mozgov comes in for Allen. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Jeff Teague. Green kicks to Tatum. Horford high post. Hibbert with the screen. Green inside the 3-point line. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Oh, man, how about that vision from Horford? I mean, it's all about hitting the open man. High efficiency offense right there.
Russell kicks to Mozgov. Back to Russell. Rebound, Boston.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
There's the pick. Pass to Irving. From outside the arc. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
Russell with a wide open look. Steps back and trains the jump shot. Russell's got 7 points.
And interesting, you know, Russell's jump shot looks something like a set shot, but that helps him maintain that good, solid base.
Now you better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Hibbert with the screen. Now Tatum. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Mozgov with the steal. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Back to Russell. He feeds it to Carroll. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Pick by Mozgov. The shot by Carroll, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that one. He gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Now here's Hibbert. Horford in the post, covered by Okafor. Banked in off the glass. Horford's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
And when he gets it in close, Al Horford is one of the best, one of the premier finishers in this league.
Out to Russell. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, we always hear about how some guys are locker room leaders or a veteran presence on a team. Chris, how quickly does someone establish themselves as a team leader? It's universally embraced by the rest of the team.
It's tough. You know, some guys can come in and do it day one, but I think that we've seen a lot of leaders grow, whether it was a great leader like a 2-time MVP in Nash. It took some years first for him to understand himself and then kind of let his leadership you follow that on the court. We bring that to today with a guy like a John Wall. It's taken him about 4 or 5 years to really learn to be around veterans, but guys are coming in younger now, and so I think that it's going to take a little bit of time to develop, but as long as they're continuing to learn, as long as they're continuing to put the effort out, because you're a leader first by what you do, not by what you say. And so if you are trying to figure your way out and work hard, then you're being a leader. People are figuring it out. It's usually when does the vocal part come in along with kind of leading by an example. And so I think for every person it's different, but it's a lot of fun watching because when they get to that point, you've definitely seen some development and growth from them mentally and physically when you know they've taken over the reins like a guy like John Wall has.
Good insight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
The drive by Russell. And D'Angelo Russell, a pretty impressive ball handler for his size. Chris, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but he's still working on his finishing, though. I mean, not the most explosive athlete. He's got to get it done with touch and drive and positioning and kick it out to the open teammates.
And so Russell hits them both.
And a big move for D'Angelo Russell this past offseason. Traded from the Lakers to Brooklyn. Now one of the major building blocks of this team that has embraced him wholeheartedly.
Hayward kicks to Monroe. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And it's Bielitsa atop the key. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And with the draft spot the Lakers had and the spotted history with D'Angelo Russell, you know, Greg, it wasn't a huge shock to see him move.
You know, it just seemed to me that Russell wasn't the right fit for what LA wanted to do. Still a very young and talented player who has a chance to kind of reinvent himself here in New York. He's shown a bit more maturity since that trade and since joining this team.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 9.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
There's a screen by Robinson. Gordon kicks to Hayward. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Outside Butler. He dishes it to Mozgov. Shoots over Monroe. And he can't bank that one in.
He can hit that fadeaway shot, but with the D on him, you can't blame him for attempting that shot.
And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
Timeout called, the Nets. So for the Nets, Quincy Aces checked in for Bielitsa, and David Nwaba subbed in for LeVert. Nets trailed by 8. And here's Russell. He's got 9. Outside Butler. Mozgov sets a screen for Butler. Good on the three-point shot. Butler's got 7 points.
And Butler has the touch from deep. A skilled outside shooter who you can't let get comfortable from there.
Russell with it. Picked by Mozgov. Russell again. Hayward. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Russell.
And sliding inside, under control. Russell still just scratching the surface of his full potential.
Now here's Smart. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Smart. There's a screen by Robinson. Hayward from outside.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field. And AC kicks to Butler. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from Mozgov.
And I'll tell you what, at his size, once Mozgov gets the ball that close, it's lights out.
Smart kicks to Robinson. In the corner, it's Hayward. 5 on the clock. Outside Robinson. Here's Monroe. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving. But they already had so much depth, they could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime. And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up and getting smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Monroe. Horford comes in for Robinson. Green, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Irving subbed in for Smart. Here's the screen. Butler on the wing. Defended by Hayward. Baines with the block. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Green with the ball. Got a piece of it. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
Well, they're passing to Russell. Picked by Mozgov. And that one's good. Russell. Russell's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Monster night, and what's scary, Russell's built for many more of these.
Irving, a screen on Mozgov. Green dishes to Horford. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 9 points for Al Horford.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
There's Russell with the 3. Here's Mozgov. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
Brooklyn making some changes. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Butler. And it's Teagan for Russell. On the wing, Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Green. Here's the screen. Here's Dinwiddie. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Celtics up by 4. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Here's Green. They've got Jimmy Butler. Quincy Acey out there with Mazda. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Mwaba in at the shooting guard. So that's the Nets 5. And there's a whistle. That goes on Quincy Acey. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Irving. Picked by Horford. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
But yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Butler kicks to Russell. Horford with the rebound.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Now, here is Irving. Green, the screen. Irving kicks to Horford. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tatum. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Passes it to Irving. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Back to Green. Hibbert with the screen. Green with the ball. Now defended by Mozgov. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game. Russell against Irving. Over Russell. Irving can't get it to go. And that's trailed by 4. Mozgov a screen on Irving. Russell passes to Mozgov. And Hibbert with the block. Irving against Russell. Outside, Green. Hibbert with the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the feed to Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got the first points of the second half here for the Celtics. And now Horford, a cornerstone player. Chris, he's that straw that certainly stirs the drink.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you know he's a winner. I mean, anybody can remember his career from his days at the University of Florida where he won a championship.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Hibbert with the screen. Floats it up for Horford. Hibbert dishes to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Irving. Another miss by Irving.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Russell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And that's pro. Where Russell gets his man a little out of position and draws the foul. And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Okafor's checked in for Mozgov. Bielitsa comes in for Quincy Acey. And it's LeVert in for David Mwaba. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at beating defenders to the basket.
And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately, all past their prime. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
Here's Irving. Hibbert kicks to Irving. Pass to Green. Hibbert with the screen. Green, the pass to Tatum. Feeds it to Horford. The pass to Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. That one goes in. Now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, the one thing you notice about the Celtics, they look for players with a chip on their shoulder. They want players with that inner fire, that love for competition.
Tamari Carroll's check in for Jimmy Butler. And some changes here for the Celtics. Boston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And you look up and down the Celtics roster, Chris, a lot of guys who play with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, that's how you build a culture. It rubs off on the other players. I mean, you have to find those guys, though. It's not something you can teach.
Gordon kicks to Monroe. Just 5 to shoot. It's not going to go for him. Brooklyn trailing. Outside, Russell for the lead. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. Gordon kicks to Smart. Okafor against Monroe. The fadeaway off the left rim and out. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now Russell, 15 points in the game. Screened by Russell. Here's LeVert. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
There's a good screen. And here's Smart. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Brooklyn called for the foul. The Celtics have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Russell kicks to Bielitsa. The dish to Okafor. Screened by Russell. And the Nets miss again. Celtics leading by 4. Outside Gordon. Hayward at the elbow. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. The Nets have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Russell with it. 15 points in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Russell's got 17 now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Screen by Monroe. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Hayward on the wing. 12 points for him. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Teague is checked in for the Nets. Kicks to Okafor. Teague against Hayward. Teague, the pass to Bielitsa. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Here's Smart. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the basket by Gordon.
That lightning quick release, Gordon catching and firing perfectly. Can't guard that.
Picked by Okafor. Teague, the pass to LeVert. Okafor with the screen on Gordon. LeVert. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter. Now here's Smart. Inside. Here's Robinson. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Well, Chris, you can't shortchange this roster. But their coach, Brad Stevens, one of the best in the game.
Well, you remember his 6 years at Butler? He took them to the title game twice. I mean, what he's done with this team is no less impressive.
6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by LeVert. And the Celtics with possession here. A 2-point game. Hayward outside. Banked in off the glass. Hayward's got 14 points for the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Hayward against T. Pass to Bielitsa. Pick by Okafor. 5 to shoot. Off the pick. And Okafor slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The shot by Hayward wide open. And it's Hayward again missing. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. This is to Carroll. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. They set the screen for the tie. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Monroe. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Oh, and the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Okafor. Quincy Aces come in for Bielitsa. David Nwaba is checked in for Damari Carroll. And Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Monroe. Horford comes in for Robinson. Tatum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Irving subbed in for Smart. And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
Timeout called the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Celtics making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. Tatum kicks to Horford. Fires from 14. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Horford's got 11.
And Al Horford has never really been a volume scorer, but he's efficient. This game is so much more than scoring.
Here's Teague. Good work defensively by Monroe.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
To the inside. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And that one falls for Horford.
And Al Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Launches a three. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics leading by 7. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Horford. And there's a whistle. That goes on Quincy Acey. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That free throw, no good.
And Horford is one of the league's most talented centers. He's a sharpshooter who possesses a feathery touchdown low.
He hits the second from the line. Now T. Up in time. And so it's Boston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the... Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Utah Jazz. On the court for the Celtics, we've got Green. Tatum out there with Horford. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. He kicks it to Green. He's looking for Horford and finds him. 4 on the shot clock. The lead pushed to double digits. Horford's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Boston. Nets trailed by 10. Here's Dinwiddie. He feeds it to AC. Butler on the wing. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And the sheer muscle from Butler. I mean, a solid finisher, even when he gets hit.
Tamari Carroll's checked in for Brooklyn. Teague comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Celtics leading by 7. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Irving with it. Picked up by Teague. 5 to shoot. Horford dishes to Green. Fires the 3. Some solid defense from Butler. Teague against Irving. A nice shot by Teague.
Well, Jeff Teague is one of the tougher players in the league despite his size, and he did a good job finishing through the contact.
Irving kicks to Tatum. He dishes it to Horford. And it's Boston with another.
Well, the reason Horford is scoring the ball at a consistent clip, it's because of his shot selection. Efficient. He's so good at taking his time and letting the game come to him naturally.
Teague kicks to Nwaba. Shoots from the elbow. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
In the corner, Tatum with it. Outside Irving. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Full 24-second shot clock. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Free throw good, Green. And the Nets making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Both free throws good from Green. Nets trail by 7. Here's Nwaba. Picked by Okafor. Teague kicks to Carroll. The 3. Green with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
pivot with the screen. Irving for three. Horford the pass to Tatum. Count the basket. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Awesome ability to focus there by Tatum. He just has a feel and a belief in what he's doing out there.
And stolen by Tatum. Ball's knocked loose. The kick out to Irving. Now the feed to Tatum. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Fires the three. Again, Irving missing.
Now, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Outside Butler. There's the three. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Oh, and that's his second three-pointer this half. I mean, he's really cooking now.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, Jimmy Butler known for his scoring, Chris, and his defense, but he's also a very good distributor of the ball as well.
Well, I love the fact that Butler minimizes his turnovers. He has an assist-to-turnover ratio that's pretty similar to most point guards.
A whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. Even though they're ahead, he said, hey, this lead isn't big enough, not by a long shot. I don't want to sit back and play this one out. I still need some aggression. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Pass to Teague. Pick by Okafor. Carroll with a screen on Gordon. Shots good by Butler.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
Monroe with a screen on Teague. Screen by Monroe. To the paint. It's stolen by Carroll. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Here's Smart. There's a screen by Robinson. Smart kicks to Hayward. Robinson sets a screen for Hayward. Shot clock at 5. Here's Monroe. Busted. No good that time either. Nets trailed by 4. Here's Butler. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Butler's got 13 points in the second half.
Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
Outside Gordon. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. You watch the way Eric Gordon releases the ball from deep, and you just have to love it. He gets it going, Chris, all in one motion, and you can see the power in his leg. When he rises up.
Well, Gordon for his career has always been a great three-point shooter. The Rockets made the most of his ability to shoot the three from deep with their style of play. He's right near the top of the league in three-point shots per game.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Mozgov, he's checked in for Okafor. Bielitsa comes in for DeMar Carroll. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for T. And he makes the first.
Well, last season, certainly it was one to remember for Eric Gordon. I mean, he was once a forgotten player, and that happened because of his injury. But he came back to be one of the key parts in the fantastic season for the Rockets.
And with Gordon, the Rockets signing in did fly under the radar just a bit. He had been injured so much, and people didn't really know what to expect, mostly because nobody knew, with all those injuries, if he could play a full season. Well, he played 75 games last year.
Yeah, Kevin, and he came off the bench as well, which was perfect fit for that team and for him. I mean, he was able to find his groove, and he was able to put up big scoring numbers. He's always been nice offensively, but he got to show it off last year.
Smart kicks to Gordon. Outside, Robinson releases, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Jazz in Utah. Wabach kicks to Russell. Shoots it. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. The Celtics with the lead. And here's Smart. Hayward outside. The tray. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 5 assists tonight.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Just 3 to shoot. Russell, no good. Boston leading by 5. Hayward with the ball. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. And Boston has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Clock at 6. In the corner, it's Gordon. No good from outside. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Russell kicks to Bielitsa. The pass to Nwaba. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And for a guy who was never drafted, Mozgov has carved out a nice role for himself in our league. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Quincy Azee's checked in for Bielitsa. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. Gordon a screen. Smart kicks to Gordon. Feeds to Horford. Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by the Nets. Butler's got his 3rd rebound tonight. The dish now to Russell. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He isn't getting it to fall from outside during this half after recording a 3 during the first.
Now here's Gordon. Picked by Horford. Gordon with the screen for Monroe. 6 to shoot. For 3, Hayward. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Russell left side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
But don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
Screen by Monroe. In the corner, it's Hayward. Now Horford. Out to the right wing. Smart kicks to Horford. Lets it go from 14. Horford missing again. Nets trailed by 3. Picked by Mozgov. There's a good screen. Left side, Butler. Outside, Russell. Picked by Mozgov. The drive by Russell. A beautiful reverse layup. And now just a 1-point Boston lead. Now here's Smart. Guarded closely. Misses from short range.
That was as easy as it gets. He needs to complete those ones.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. It's tipped.
A rare block shot by Gordon Hayward. He has the instincts to do more of this, but neither the suddenness nor the strength.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're up by 1. 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Boston making some changes. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Monroe. Gerald Green comes in for Eric Gordon. And Irving subbed in for Smart. Hayward kicks to Irving. Back to Hayward. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Great players understand the situation. Close game, he rises to the challenge.
Right side, Russell. Butler on the way. Here's AC. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Here's Mozgov. Connects. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Irving against Russell. Irving dishes to Horford. It's in!
Well, turn up then. And Horford, one of the great leaders in the game. Sometimes you gotta lead by example, especially in the clutch.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
If they can get a relatively open look from the perimeter, I say take it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 3. 15 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, these are some of the toughest decisions. I mean, a good argument can be made for either case.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Russell. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And there's the punchline. Russell delivers it on point in style.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Outside Butler. Oh, he hits it! How about that shot? Incredible! And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Celtics. Tatum out there with Horford. Then there's Irving. And it's Green. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 roaming the paint. 3 on the clock. Horford. Got a hand on it. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his 4th foul of the contest. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
Russell against Irving. Russell kicks to Butler. That's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Shot clock at 6. There's Russell with the 3. Connects from three-point range. Russell's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Nets. Green, the pass to Horford. Hibbert with the screen. Irving with a clean look. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
Irving against Russell. Here's Butler. And the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 25 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Tatum kicks to Hibbert. Green, the screen. And on the way from Irving for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make it pay.
A rebound by the Celtics. Hibbert's got 11 rebounds in the game. And here is Irving. Kicks it to Tatum. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside, Russell. Mozgov against Hibbert. They set the pick. Takes a shot at the elbow. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And you can see the leadership there that Butler possesses, commanding the rock on important possessions here down the stretch.
Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Mozgov. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Irving. 9 points for Jason Tatum.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Russell against Irving. Russell dishes to AC. Shot from the top of the key. And it's sent back by Irving. Passes to Green. Picked by Horford. Green, the pass to Irving. Dishes to Horford. Takes a 3. And it's Russell with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Tatum. Past Nwaba. Back to Russell. The three. But they recover it. Here's Mozgov. Fade away. That one off the back iron and out.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Hibbert with a screen for Horford. Out to Hayward. Irving for three. Knocks down the three.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deep a hole. Very little time now to climb out.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Oh, it's like he's a magnet to the ball. No matter where he goes, it finds him.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that about wraps it up.